Hello everyone and welcome to this short chair practice. So I'm going to have a seat here on my chair. I'm sitting with my legs nice and wide. Let's take a few breaths here. My name is Sarah. My pronouns are she, her. Maybe you want to follow along for some more plus size yoga videos. I have some blocks down in front of me. You don't have to use blocks, but I like them. Let's raise our hands up towards the sky. Taking a breath. And maybe we want to hinge forward, lowering ourselves down and making space for my belly, bringing my hands to the blocks. Or you could have them on your legs, thinking about your back being flat, looking forward. How does this feel here? Do you feel a stretch in your hips? Maybe lowering yourself down. If you're using blocks, you can lower the height of them, looking down toward your legs. Breathing. And then slowly coming back up. If you have blocks, maybe put them out a little bit further in front of you. You could also put a pillow there, something to reach for. You have a foam roller, that could be kind of fun. And we'll do a similar thing, except for we're going to bring our hands further out. So for this, I like to sit on the very edge, very, very edge of the chair, legs out to the side, raising our hands up, lowering down, bringing the hands to the blocks. Maybe you want to lift up your butt and readjust your seat so you feel more balanced. And then we're looking through our arms. How does this feel? You could also think about pushing your hands forward on whatever you're touching. You could also be touching the ground as you're here. But that's why a foam roller is nice, because it can roll your hands slowly away from you. Breathing. And then we'll slowly come back in, taking a second. I lifted up my blocks because I'm going to move them towards the inside of my legs. And I'm going to lean back and hold the chair as I bring one foot up onto it, onto a block. I'm going to push my belly towards the inside of that leg. And I'll lower down one arm to the inside of it. Raise the other one up for a big stretch. You bring that arm back down. You can also think about using this arm that's by the leg to push that leg open further, or to fold and reach down further, and see what that does in your hip. Take a breath, and then we can slowly come back up. We'll lower this foot down. We'll do the same thing on the other side. Ooh, a little wobbly. So if you don't have blocks here, you can have your feet on the ground doing the similar thing, or you could put your foot on a pillow. We can lower that arm down towards the ground, raising that opposite arm up for that stretch. Taking a breath. Maybe we want to think about taking that arm and pushing it into that leg, or trying to bring that hand a little bit deeper down towards the ground and seeing what that does to that hip. Taking a breath and then coming back up. And now maybe you want to hold the chair as you lean back and put both feet up. So now both of our knees are above our butts. So that's the thing we're going for here, is that whatever you're putting your feet on, it's allowing your knees to be a little bit higher than your seat. I'm pushing my belly towards the inside of my leg, and I'm actually leaning forward. So things feel like pretty squishy here. My arms are on the inside of my legs, and I'm going to slowly push them open a little bit. And then we have the option of bringing our hands together. But my elbows are pushing my legs open. Taking a breath. And then we can slowly let that go. Bring our knees in. Maybe you want to lean back, bringing your knees together and opening them a little bit. Woo. Watch your blocks. They're not that stable. How does it feel to be leaning back like this? Maybe you're like, it's great. Maybe you're like, I hate it. Either way, we're done. I'm going to sit back a little bit in my chair to give my body a little rest. Maybe move these out of the way for now. I'm going to grab my strap. Maybe you want to grab it into both hands. Let's take a breath here. We could raise our hands up towards the ceiling. And they don't have to come all the way up. They can come out a little bit in front. So you choose what feels right here. Do this a few times. And maybe leaving the strap like a little bit loose in your hands. And after a few of these, checking in to see How does it feel when you think about your shoulder blades coming back together and you're engaging your back muscles, like trying to tighten your back muscles as you lift up? Do you notice a change in your mobility? So when my hands are loose, I can fling my arms up above my head. Maybe you can, maybe you can't. We all have different arm mobility. But you might notice that when your hands are, or your arms are loose, you're not thinking about engaging your muscles. Your mobility is different than when you engage your back, bring your shoulder blades together. Your hands don't go up as far. So we're doing different things here. So we do a few both ways. And then we can lower that down and shake out our arms. Maybe this time you want to raise it up above your head. You can think about bringing it back behind a little bit. That's going to give us a little bit of a back bend. You could have a tight strap or a loose strap and then bringing it back. We can raise it up one more time and thinking about lowering it down to the side and then up and then lowering it down to the other side. I'm going to come to sit on the edge of the chair again, and maybe you want to grab this strap, bring it underneath your foot. And here we go. Now we can do some knee raises that are supported by the strap. And as we do this, we do a few of them. Maybe we want to kick it out in front. So now we're coming out onto our heel, toes up towards the sky. We're tapping our heel in front. And now maybe we want to explore kicking our foot up and then down. Seeing how this feels. And then maybe we want to explore kicking it up in front and then out to the side. For this, maybe you want to have the strap in the same hand as the leg. It might be a little easier for that option to turn out and then back in. Up in front and out and then down. And you can alternate here. Kicking it out in front. We'll tap out. We also didn't do those knee raises. Maybe you want to do some of those. So there's no perfect way to do this. You can do them all in any order, or you can skip some if you don't like a specific version. It's just sort of warming up our muscles here before we lift up our foot off the ground. So we have that option to kick out. Breathing. And then we have that option if we want to kick out and to the side. And then bring it back. Kick out to the side, bring it back. Do this a couple more times. Breathing as you do this. Kicking things over. And then we'll put our strap down. We'll take a second. We'll take a breath. Maybe you want to grab a block if you have one, or a pillow. And we're going to put it behind our lower to mid back and then lean into the chair. Notice how that feels here. Maybe you want to think about your shoulder blades coming together. Arms coming back. Just going to open up the chest a little bit. And then maybe we want to round our back and push our back into that block. We could round, or we could arch our back, opening up our chest, and round our back, pushing into that chair, or into the block and the chair. Noticing which one of those felt better for you. You could linger in one if you want. I'm going to take a couple breaths. Thank you so much for this practice. Again, my name is Sarah. My pronouns are she, her. Follow along for more plus size yoga. Thanks.